Alright guys, this is your average adventurous chap, and here I am, 19 or 20 years old, going on my first hitchhiking trip ever. To give you a little bit of insight about me, I am just your young traveler who has been on crazy adventures. I have hitchhiked around Europe for 60 days, and this series are gonna be about that. And right now I locate in Budapest, the Central Europe, and I'm enjoying my time. I speak around, I guess, 6 languages right now: English, French, Turkish, Russian, Hungarian, Spanish. I guess there was one more I forgot. As you can see here, I already had a YouTube channel in Turkish, but I was thinking that my stories are really worth a shot, so I decided to narrate them all over in English again and try to gain some English speaking community. So let's really see what's going on here. I was in a city called Debrecen in Hungary, and my coordinator have just told me that I needed to wait until Monday because they were doing some sort of administrative stuff, and I was not welcome at the university until Monday. So I was like, okay, today is Thursday, I'm gonna have a trip for 3 or 4 days. So I decided to hitchhike to Budapest, which is like 250 300 kilometers away from Debrecen, and this was going to be my officially first hitchhiking trip. Of course, being a young traveler with no money, I couldn't afford to pay for public transportation, so my only solution was to walk to the highway, and then from there I will try to hitchhike. So this is why I'm walking for a very long time, and this video is cropped a lot, so I walked like 3 hours just to reach the highway. Being my first or second week abroad and in Europe, I'm talking about pretty boring stuff, so my average European or American wouldn't be interested in it, so let's speed up the process a little bit. As you start to see here, the sun is setting down, and it is very bad for me because when you're hitchhiking, you don't want sun to set down because you will not be trusting the drivers, and the drivers will not be trusting you, and you will be pretty much fucked in the middle of nowhere. So I needed to go fast ASAP. Luckily, I was arrived at the highway, and I was discussing with myself whether it was legal or not legal. I didn't see any pedestrian not allowed sign, so I decided to move on and walk in the highway. I was pretty hyped up with the adrenaline of not knowing where I'm going, not knowing what I'm doing, and even not knowing what I'm thinking. So I was smiling constantly, and I was also trying to charm up the drivers with my smile so they would take me. There was one nice guy who decided to stop, but unfortunately he was going another way in a small village, so that was a no for me. There was one truck driver whom I highly question his intentions because he started to slow down, and then when he saw me clearly, he stepped on the gas again. What I think is that he saw a long-haired, beautiful lady, even though I'm not beautiful, and he was like, okay, let's slow down. And as soon as he saw my weird ass bared face, he decided to step on the gas again. So luckily there was this guy called Tomasz, a very nice Hungarian. He said he actually stopped on the highway like in a very bad position, and like he almost caused an accident. And he was like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, are you dumb? Why are you stopping in the middle of the way? Like, you should not be hitchhiking here. Like, no one's gonna take you. And he was like, okay, let me bring you to the nearest gas station so you can continue your weird ass adventure from there. But he was a very nice guy. I'm just joking, trying to entertain you guys. And he brought me to the gas station, like 10 kilometers away. So here is the thing, before that guy took me, I was starting to question myself whether I should head back, just walk back to my dormitory, just chill the fuck out, or should I just continue, and I kept hitchhiking, because the sun is setting down, right? So now that this guy has brought me 10 kilometers down the highway, now I have no choice but to hitchhike because there is no way that I will walk back to my dormitory because it's gonna take me 6 hours to walk, and on the wrong way of the highway, light's gonna be out, sun is almost set. So I had no choice but to hitchhike from there or just camp there that night and just relax, and tomorrow I will try to continue my hitchhike. So when I was at the station, I basically went to the drivers with my broken Hungarian like, hey, are you going to Budapest? Can I come with you? Like, let me hop in, etc. And I kept asking, like everyone was like, no, blah 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 blah. There was two Slovakian drivers and I spoke some kind of broken Russian with them, and they said, yeah, they are going to Budapest. I was like, yes, I can go Budapest with you. And they were like, dva driver. So there was two drivers, so there was no place to sit for me in the truck until there was this Romanian truck driver. So I had two choices now. I was either gonna freeze in this camp spot, I mean the gas station, or I was gonna go Slovakia with this guy because he said he was gonna go Slovakia. And I most certainly choose to go Slovakia instead of waiting in the gas station. So I jumped on his truck. Thank you. You Romania?
Yeah.
Mulțumesc. Mulțumesc is thank you in Romanian.
No problem to travel for you.
Turkey?
Yeah?
No problem.
Okay.
Ah, me?
Yeah.
I have Hungarian residence.
Yeah?
Yes.
For university?
Yes.
Yeah?
Debrecen University.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm from Oradea.
Oradea?
Yeah.
It's Romanian.
Yeah.
Oradea.
Romanian and speak perfectly Hungarian.
Beszélsz magyarul?
Igen.
Okay. He said he speaks perfect Hungarian and Romanian. I was like, okay, I also speak.
Milyen az élet Törökországban?
Mi az a... Mi? However, it soon turned out that I couldn't speak Hungarian, so we switched back to English. He was like asking about the Turkish economy. I still tried to speak my Hungarian. I told him like, okay, economy is not so good. Like the life is very good, especially in Istanbul, life is very nice. But other cities are not interesting and the economy is not really good right now. Here he started to ask me where you are going, and I gave him the reply of Nem tudom, which means I don't know, because I certainly didn't know where I was going, as I have stated before. And he was really surprised by that, and he asked like, where do you sleep? And I showed him my bag. I said I have a tent. He was really surprised. I showed him my YouTube channel and he decided to check it out while driving truck, which is nice. And then I go ahead and told him about my Euro Truck experience, Euro Truck Simulator 2. And I told him like Volvo is the best, Iveco is the worst in the game. Like I have some decent trucking experience in the game. He was like, yeah, in real life also Iveco is the shittiest. And he go ahead and show me the miles on his truck. I think he had like 1 million kilometers on that truck, and he said he was still running as smooth because it was Volvo. Soon we have arrived at the border control. There was not really any control because this is Europe and this is just for trucks. Like if you have heavy weight or if you have some weight, they might take you to control. And we were officially in Slovakia at this point. I didn't even realize because this is Europe, there is no borders. It was a crazy concept to me at the beginning, and then I got used to it and I love no borders. Soon I have realized that he was not going to a bigger city in Slovakia. He left me in a Shell station at the entrance of Slovakia after 1 kilometer. At this point, actually, I didn't even have map or anything. I didn't have internet. I have only downloaded the map of Hungary, so I had no freaking clue of anything, and I was very young and had no idea. And I saw the prices on it and I was like, fuck, what is that currency? I was like, oh, I don't have any Slovakian currency on me, knowing Not knowing that they were using euros, I was like, oh shit, I don't know. Oh my god, I don't have Slovakian money on me. And then I go ahead to the station. I try talking to some of the guys, like, hey, can you bring me to Košice, which is the next city? Everybody said no because it's already dark. And then I tried talking to the manager of the gas station, like, hey, can I sit inside until the morning because it's very cold? He was like, no. And I went out and started pitching my tent because there was nothing else to do. And in this dark, I pitched my tent, and here you see inside the tent, I am chilling with my very nice phone, and even my phone was broken at the time. It was very cold, and I remember there was so much fog, so it was making it even worse. And actually, you see the fog there, guys, outside. It's very foggy, and this was just before I sleep. There's some cars coming in. Actually, at one point, police stopped me and asked me for ID. After they see my ID, they left me alone. They didn't really they didn't really give a fuck about me, honestly. That was the worst sleep of my life because in the night I woke up like 5, 6 times, and I was always like, how do you say that? Like rubbing my hand against my knees to heat it up. It was terribly cold, and the fog made it even worse, I believe. And in the morning, the first thing I did was just get the fuck out of there. I collect my tent up and I start walking back to Hungary because I was actually only 1.3, 1.4 kilometers away from Hungary. Even though I didn't have map, I still managed to walk back to Hungary where I have map. So here you guys can see the 1 kilometer left to Hungarian board. I'm taking a nice selfie. Actually, right here is the border. This is literally the middle point between Slovakia and Hungary. There was like 6 or 7 police hanging out. They saw me, they saw my huge backpack. They saw me, very sketchy person, walking from a country to another country. And the police didn't even bother asking my ID or asking what I was doing. So right now I am kind of in Hungary, and well, that's very interesting. And right now I just keep talking because I want you guys to see the footage. Really, here now you will see the, yeah, this is the point exactly, as I believe, separating the borders. So I decided to be on the Hungarian and Slovakian land at the same time. So I climbed the thingy and I take a nice selfie with the Hungarian sign, Magyarország, which means Hungarian country, basically. And there was some water dripping out of the trees because of the fog, the mist. So you guys can imagine how cold that night was, with my knees getting wet and cold. That was a terrible night, but that was some nice story to tell. So now we came to the highway, and honestly, with this kind of fog, how the hell did I manage to hitchhike? I don't even know, but you guys will see soon. Here, trying to charm up this truck driver. Unfortunately, didn't work. And we walk. Now we are in the highway in Hungary that is going from like the border to Budapest, Debrecen, all the big cities. Actually, one guy just stopped right now, and I am running towards him. And now I'm in his car. This guy is from Vietnam, and he has been in Turkey, in Laleli as well. So he's doing some kind of merchandise-ish thing between Slovakia and Budapest. In the center of Budapest, there is a like Asian store. So he's getting stuff from there, bringing it to Slovakia, and selling them in Slovakia. He was a very nice guy. Here we have arrived at Budapest. I'm telling him that no one stops for the ambulance in Turkey. They just follow him and create a mass. He was like surprised. And now he dropped me at the Asian store in Hungary. That is the sketchiest place in Budapest ever. And there is like a lot of different people, I would say. Like very poor people, very not developed area of Budapest. And if you still go now, you will see sketchy people. And if you are just a tourist, you will most certainly choose not to go there. You guys can see. And it really had a Chinese vibe, like the Chinese stores, you know, Chinatowns. Yep. They've got noodles here and some guys selling things. I'm really narrating here just to show you the things. And we get out of there now. So right now I have no idea where I will be sleeping in Budapest either, but luckily I have my Traveler, like Real Travelers app, which is based on voluntarily home exchange thingy. I don't want to publicize anything here right now, so I'm not gonna name it. So I started to search on that, and I texted like a bunch of people, maybe 100 people. So you guys see this gas station there? I connected the Wi-Fi of that shell and sit on the park across and try connecting these people in the home exchange app, and there was some weird homeless people harassing me and telling me to go buy cigarettes for them. I said no, and then he told me, like, he gave me money and he said go buy for me. I was like, no, I'm gonna call police on you, dude, you're weird. And he was like super disappointed that I said I will call police on you. He was like, police, no, why you do that to me? That was some sketchy people. There you see a Hungarian police. And now I have actually arrived at the place. The girl who decided to host me, a very nice friend, she's very lovely, and she's doing some experiments on me. Of course, it's not free. I'm just kidding. She had like some research project, so she said, do you want to be like participate in that? I was like, okay, sure. So I had to wear like some VR stuff to like measure if I am feeling nauseated and stuff. And here we are in her house, and she gave me this very nice double mattress, and I pretty much slept a very nice sleep there, and we will like eat things together, and we had some party together. And this is the double windows in Hungary that you will often see because of the cold. They block the cold in this way. And here is a common Hungarian street. Yep. And I mean, she's not living there anymore, so doesn't really matter. You guys see the address. And this is the heater, a Hungarian heater. Below is a radiator. So they make this nice little thingy to make it look better. And we actually climbed up with other home exchangers to like see. Here is a hill in Budapest that you should see, and here is the bridge in Budapest you should most definitely see. And here is the actually Hungarian station, railway station. At this point I stayed in her house for 2 nights, and I decided to head back to Debrecen, but I certainly couldn't hitchhike anymore. That was very ridiculous. And actually this is another part from Budapest, just for you to see. This is a Gülbaba türbesi. It's a Turkish stuff. The Turkish president and the Hungarian president came together and opened this place. It's like a good good policy between two countries. You can read the Turkish stuff here. There's a lot of Turkish stuff in here. Alright, so this is some iconic part of Budapest. You will see these trams everywhere, these yellow trams. They are very beautiful, honestly. And here I am in an underground station. I bought something called langos. This is a Hungarian fried dough. It's very popular. and there's like sour cream on it with some garlic. Very delicious, you must try. And guys, to not bore you anymore, honestly, the video is on the end. And my trips are this kind of trips. They don't make sense. It's just adventures. And honestly, they are good memories. It's good to tell about them. And I really liked narrating this video. So if you guys want to support me, you can just text me, like you can message me on Instagram or whatever. I would love you guys watching more of my videos, and please tell me if you like the format. Please tell me if there is something you don't like, if something you found boring. But see you guys in my next videos. I really am happy to share this adventure with you.